Welcome back to the O'Shea Vlogcast. Today we have a particular topic or subject. And keep in mind, although I don't have any vlogs posted yet, it is a vlogcast channel, meaning that I vlog and I will be doing podcasts. So that's how the word vlogcast comes to play. The question is also asked to me by email from my other YouTube channel. How hard is it being a black man in Poland? Or is it hard being black in Poland? This is a question that I always get, and sometimes it can be very difficult to answer. But I will attempt to answer it now. Many of you know I was granted the opportunity to study medicine here in Poland. Poland is one of those places that is an international conglomerate for medical students across the world. Krakow, Lublin, Poznan, Gdansk, Łódź, which is spelled Lodz, Warsaw, Warszawa. Many people come here from mainly across Europe to study medicine. I mean, in my case, from the United States. And the reason is it's very difficult in our respective countries to get into medical school. And if you can afford it or get a loan, you will come here. If you've never been out of the United States, like I had never been out of the United States, coming to a place like Poland can be very difficult. And the reason is you're going to a place in which it is a very homogeneous population. What do I mean by that? The United States is a melting pot. Now, although it's usually mostly white people, but there are plenty of blacks, plenty of Hispanics, plenty of Asians. The United States, you learn to live in a society full of different people. Well, when you come to Poland, everybody is white than a motherfucker. Everybody, for the most part. You know, you don't get, a lot of heterogeneous populations like you would get in the United Kingdom, which is also mixed. You get nothing but white folk. Now, depending on where you live in Poland also will determine your experience. For example, if you're in the capital city, which is Warsaw. In Warsaw, it's a big city, big money there, big business there. You will find, Hard Rock Cafe. You will find many of the things that you're used to. It's probably easier for a foreigner to adjust to Warsaw because it's easier for you to run into another black person or another African. You'll probably hear some Americans as you walk by, as you hear them talking, hear their accent. But if you get, Krakow is the same way. I've been to Krakow also. But if you get to your more smaller cities, more toward the east of Poland, lesser Poland, Lublin, Reservoir, I don't know if I'm fucking that up, but, Bialystok, places like, like where the Silesia portion of Poland, it can be very difficult. And the reason is that many people may not have seen black people before. Now, in places like Lublin in Gdansk, I mean, obviously they're black students, but people will stare. People will stare. That's the hardest part of living in a place like this. And you will have people who fucking just point, like, in so many words, especially little kids, like, mommy, charne. In other words, black. There's the black man. Why is he black? It's something that you deal with. People cannot hide the fact that they are staring at you. I mean, you walk by and girls will snicker, they will point. Sometimes people will come up and talk to you. They will ask to take a picture with you. Now, obviously, this never happens in the United States. I mean, people used to seeing black folks. Oh, they're going nigga over there. I see niggas all the time. But that's not the case when you come over to Poland. People, they are, they're not used to seeing people. And also, Polish people are not very welcoming of foreigners. That's another thing. Especially in your smaller cities, like in lesser Poland, cities that Katowice, the issue that happens amongst these places is Polish people don't necessarily dislike black folks. I mean, Poland has a unique history with, Germany and being overtaken. So Poland, they have a problem with any foreigner. I have Irish friends who have problems with Polish people, So you come into the idea that folks is going to be staring at you. Folks is going to be pointing at you like a motherfucker. And this is not new. One of the other hard things is the language. When you come over here, you're used to everything being in English. If you're from the UK, like my buddy Master Will, you're from the United States. Now, for example, if I go to London or the UK, I don't speak the same sort of English as he does in some words. Like there's some words like hematuria that's spelled different, but we can communicate rather well. Me, on the other hand, when you come to Poland, English is the second fucking language. Many times you will go places where people cannot speak a lick of English, especially if you're in the smaller towns like where I'm at. Sometimes you'll call for a taxi and shit. You'll taxi, and if the motherfucker can't speak English, they'll just hang up on you. Fuck it. Boop, you call back to somebody that can speak English. Sometimes when you want to get a phone service, and now, like if you go with Play, T-Mobile, Orange, you used to be able to just go get a SIM card and start service. But now, because of the anti-terrorism, to register your phone number, you need a passport. So it's very hard in the smaller cities to do business because they don't speak fucking English. Now, if you go to hospitals and shit here. Now, if you're studying here in Poland, you do need to get insurance. Insurance is cheap, by the way. I prefer to go to a place called Luxmed, Luxmed. It's a private clinic. They get you in and get you out. You can get a private consultation for roughly about $21. And you can get all your blood tests and things that you need to do for very cheaply too. The problem is when they give you that shit, all that shit's in Polish. So you're trying to, Google everything and translate it. Hopefully you get a doctor that can speak English. And also they treat English patients a lot different. You don't get as much help because they can't fucking speak English for the most part. So you have to keep calling, and you need to have a friend to set you up an appointment and all this shit. It's just fucking difficult. Let's talk about the currency. Poland does use the Polish zloty. The euro is not really used here, although Poland's in the European Union. So, the Polish zloty, like 4.06 to the dollar, right? Now, this is a good thing. I'll tell you, this is the one thing I do like about Poland as a foreigner. People will look at you like you don't have fucking money, because if they think that you're black, right, they look at you and like, this motherfucker's an African. Only because you look at me, I'm black than a motherfucker. I mean, I got a lot of what you would consider Nigerian features, West African features. So one of the first things that they're going to automatically assume is that you're from Africa. Very, very rarely will they assume that you're from the United States. So people will look at you and treat you a little bit less until they find out that you're a fucking American. And one of the reasons is a lot of Nigerians have come over here to Poland, and I'll talk about that very briefly. And they've had some bad experiences here and things of this nature. But when you can convert your U.S. dollar to the Polish zloty, that could change a lot of motherfuckers' minds about you as a person. For example, the apartment that I have here, I live in one of the best areas in Poland, in the city. You can get a place like where I'm sitting, brand new. It's about 500 square feet of this room and another room, about $500 a month. I kind of got screwed on the deal. I spent about $550, $560, $70, depending on the zloty as it goes up and down. Okay. Now, being black and living here, people probably think one of two things. You're probably extremely poor or extremely rich. Living here does afford me the ability to live in probably one of the richest areas by the medical university that I go. So with that being said, if you have about about $570, about $400 to $500 a month, you can get a damn good place. I'm talking to you right now on Orange Internet. The live stream is coming in very perfect. It goes up to 600 megabits per second. I pay 109 zloty a month. That's about 27, $28 a month. And this is even faster than the internet back home in America. All right. So let's talk about food. I can order groceries, have them delivered from Tesco the whole month, $100 US. That's everything. Food is magnificent as far as that. But as far as, when you're a black person and you go into many places, now I'm going back to this, in the mall, go to the Guest store, the Swatch store. They don't have Macy's. They don't have Nordstrom's in Poland or anything like that. When you walk into the store, people are going to treat you as if you don't have any fucking money. Now, don't think that's being racist, because Polish people are not really about capitalism yet. It's turning more capitalism, but as far as trying to sell you stuff and bothering customers, they don't approach you. They will only approach you if you want to buy something, or if you're asking. Like in America, you go to the store, you get, "Hey, how are you doing today? You want to try this product out?" Poland's not like that. And probably because you're black, they're probably not going to really say anything to you. They're probably going to assume that you don't have shit. Now, that was my case at the Apple store. Now, let's go back to that zloty again, okay? When you go into a store and you pull out and you buy something that's expensive, let's say a MacBook Pro, okay? I bought a hoverboard from the store called iSpot. You can go Google them, iSpot.pl. There's no Apple stores here, but they're authorized dealers. Once you buy something from one of these stores and the sale goes through, whenever you walk by, they will wave at you like a motherfucker. Like, the fuck? This shirt is clean. Oh, I don't know. Fuck it. War wound. That's what they're going to do. So once they figure out that you actually have money and you're not a bum, or that you're not an African, whatever, they're going to treat you with a lot of respect. Now, let's go back to that floating dollar. And by the way, Alan Roger Curry is going to come out next week. For example, the MacBook Pro I'm talking to you on, I bought it for about $2,000. Now in America at the same time, it was $2,300, but the zloty at that time was 4.25. It's now down to 4.06 right after the election. So when the zloty is high, okay, you can buy a lot of shit. And right now, even over 4 is high, right? So I can pay my rent very easily here. My electricity is, $45 in gas every 2 months. I mean, these are the kind of things you can do in Poland, particularly in a smaller city. Warsaw is a little bit more expensive. But so once they figure out that you have money, and I do go outside looking like a bum too, they fucking respect you. They want to know what it is that you fucking do. They want to know all of these things. And if you're in the chat, I got 34 watching now. Go ahead and get the likes up on this shit. You know how we doing it over here on the O'Shea Vlogcast. Let's get it up. I got 34 watching, 14 likes. Stop being fucking stingy. This is the new live stream channel, y'all. Get the likes up like Master Will said. All right, get them up. So if you're in the chat, let's like the video. 17, cool. So let's keep going. People want to know what's up with the females. Get the likes up and I'm going to tell you. So I got 34 watching, 19 likes. Let's get up to 30 likes right now. So 15 more. Go hit the like button. Let's talk about clubs as a black dude. All right. So let's just, keep it real. A lot of brothers want to know what's up with the Polish chicks. Right. So I'm going to tell you like this. When you come to the club, right? And to get into the club, like I'm in a smaller city. Lublin is a city that I'm in. Everybody knows that. It will cost you about $2.50 to get into the club. 10 zloty, roughly. Now, if you want to get into a better club, like in Warsaw, right? You an expensive, extremely expensive club. You're talking about 20 zloty. That's $5. All right. You can get VIP in the best club in my city. Very, very nicely decked out. 500 zloty, $125, which ain't shit. I mean, that's with the room. You can get a bottle of vodka for about $15 per bottle. I mean, you'll have people come and serving you all night long. And as far as the women, I mean, the women, this is not a very rich area that I'm in, but the women are very, very pretty, attractive. It's going to be kind of hard, I would say, getting females as a black dude in the club, because there are a lot of dudes there that will key in on you. So you're not going to just be out here walking up to chicks in the club trying to holler at chicks. If you do that, you're going to get punched. I mean, that's just probably the truth. Unless you with a group, and Philco says the same thing in Russia. If you with a group of dudes, then you can do that. But you're not going to get your swerve on in the club with a bunch of chicks. Now, if you go to school, like where I go to school, and you can blend in, sometimes people don't know if you go to school with them or whatever. But a lot of dudes, that they'll see you cock blocking, they'll cock block and say, "Hey, why are you talking to my girlfriend or something?" They'll actually say that shit to you. You're like, what the fuck, man? And they'll try to hate on you, dude. So, watch that. If you come to Poland, don't do that. If you go, you can do that in Ukraine. I'm going to do a whole separate video on Ukraine. All right. What you want to do, if you're trying to talk to white chicks here in Poland, you got to get at them in the street. In the street. I mean, you got to do it moving. Never pick up chicks in bars, man. Never pick up chicks in bars. All right. Now you got to watch it. And shout out to my big bro Levi in the chat, but he knows it's going to be true. A lot of Nigerian dudes who speak English tell women that they're from America. Right. So, you got to also, so when a chick, you may hire a chick. She's going to ask you like, where you from? You say you from the USA. Right. And she might not believe you. You can show her your passport and then she'll believe you. Now, don't get me wrong. That'll get you in. But, don't try to rely on your U.S. passport and thinking that just because you're from the U.S., bitch is going to be out here giving you pussy. That's not going to happen. So just understand that. If you're a black American, you will have a lot of value out here. All right. And they are protective of their women. So you gotta, pretty much swerve at that, because a lot of Polish dudes, man, they will get at you, especially if you're walking around with a white chick out in public. You're going to have problems, especially in a smaller city, not like Warsaw, but a smaller city. So what you got to do, man, if you really want chicks, and they're nothing but nice looking, beautiful chicks, some got fat asses, and, you got to do it, do the Tinder thing. What up, Charlie Willie? You got to do the Tinder thing, or what you got to do, if you're not doing a Tinder thing, you got to do the direct approach, And you will get a lot of fucking numbers, man, on the bus stop, on the streets. Chicks can speak English, man. They'll holler at you. They'll give you the number, man. Very seldomly will somebody tell you no. As long as you like you clean cut and you don't look like you fucking crazy, most chicks will talk to you. There's a lot of Ukrainian chicks here too, particularly like in the small, like I'm by the Ukrainian border, not too far from, about 2 hours. So you have a big influx of Ukrainian chicks. Ukrainian women have a different attitude towards black men. You know what I'm saying? And if you're coming in, get the video liked up, like the video. So you'll have a lot more success, with that. But just, understand that you can talk to chicks, but don't do it in the club. All right. Also, just like anywhere else, people gonna look down on you if you do get a Polish chick. They're gonna have something to say. A lot of people will give you, dirty smirks and dirty looks. Some people will, like I said, if you're out at nighttime, it could be very dangerous. Walking out, hold hands with a Polish lady. So understand that. All right. Let's talk about cabs. Being black in Poland, dealing with cabs. All right, listen. First of all, let me talk about Ukraine first. Okay. If you're in Ukraine trying to fucking get a cab, the shit is ghetto as hell. There are no cab meters and none of that shit. You see niggas on the fucking side of the street with the little cab thing on. Like I was just in Lviv a few weeks ago, right? What you gonna find is, dudes will give you different prices for different places. All right. So like one dude, for example, I was coming to the bus stop going back to Lublin. He told me 100 hryvnias. And then I was telling my girl something. She's also African American out here. I was telling her something, and I slipped something. I'm American. 200 hryvnias. Okay, so he just switched it up when we got there, and I had to pay the dude because I had all my luggage. Now in Lublin, you can go to Ale Taxi, places like that. You're not gonna have no problem. They're not gonna fuck you over because it's a meter. Now, what will fuck you over is during the nighttime. Like if you're coming home from a club, it's gonna be double. That's in Krakow. That's true in Warsaw. If you don't call and you just get into a cab, they're gonna fuck you over. They're gonna get you. All right. So just make sure if you out here partying, always, 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 always make sure you call a cab company to pick you up where you're at. Always make sure. Now, as far as Uber is not in like cities like Lublin. Only cities are Gdansk. Only cities Uber is in is Krakow and Warsaw. All right. Now, keep the likes coming up. As far as the quality of life being black in Poland, all right, I'm gonna tell you that for the most part, you have every living amenity that you have, if not more, in America. Like I said, if you live like in, like Lublin, Katowice, these are cities, man, where, properties are coming up, man, fast internet. Like in my building, imagine this. I can go downstairs inside of my building, right? There is a mini mart just downstairs of my apartment complex, outside of it. So it's in the building, right? There is a wedding dress place. There is a high end dessert place, bakery. I can just go downstairs 10 seconds and I'm there. I don't even have to leave my house to buy toilet tissue. Just go downstairs and get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of Europe. You know what I mean? I don't have to get anything. I would have to go to the store in America, drive some shit. I don't have to do none of that. I just go downstairs. Literally. Want to buy a bottle of Hennessy? All I gotta do, go in my elevator, go downstairs. I'm at the fucking store. It's in my damn apartment complex. Right? All that for $5.50. Like I said, heat and electricity is $45 every 2 months. If I want to go having coffee and a dessert, it's downstairs. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I like. Now, being black in Poland, now during the winter years season, I got to talk about this. I know my big bro Levi know about this. I know big bro Doug 757. He's in Virginia, so I know you know about the snow. Thanks, Mark Minter. The snow in Poland, man, is like no other. All right. Black people, we don't like fucking snow. Ever. All right. We don't like snow. Snow is ridiculous here. And if you're just coming in, hit the likes on the video. Get the likes up. I got 49 watching now. Let's get the likes up on the video. Y'all know ain't nothing changed on the L Shade channel. We doing big, nigga. Get the likes up. Get the likes up, people. Snow is tough to deal with, man. If you're from a hotter climate, you're from Africa, you're from California, you're from, someplace like that, it's hard, man, dealing with the snow. You will walk outside, you will slip down, you will fall. It's very, 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 very fucking difficult to get around, man, in the snow. It's brutal. You'll get very, very fucking sick. Very sick. All right. So you got to dress for the occasion. And it's depressing too, man. That's the one thing you got to know about when you come to Europe, especially a city like this. It's depressing during the winter. Like for me, how can I say this? For me, right? All of my classmates are leaving at the end of this year. I'm still going to stay over here because I have there's a vlogging channel now. I got the Negro Manosphere. I have a little bit of money coming in so I can still stay here where my other students are going back. It's depressing over here when you don't have your friends and your family and shit. Now, as a black man, that could be good or bad. Most of us, for whatever reason, don't like our family any goddamn way. So I don't know how you take it. Most, like if you have money and you can get the fuck away from your family as a black man, it could be a very, very, very good thing. But sometimes it gets very depressing. You know what I'm saying? It gets very, very, very hard. When it's cold. And Poland is a Catholic country, man. So shit closes down all the damn time. Christmas, no clubs open. New Year's Day, no clubs open. You know what I mean? Everything is closed, man. Everything is closed. Grocery stores. You can't get nothing to eat hardly, bro. It's hard during those times. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you buy all your groceries and shit like that. So it's very, very, very difficult. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'm gonna do a part 2 to this also, and I'm not gonna do it tonight, but I'll talk a little bit about Ukraine right now, brothers. If you go to Ukraine, depending on the parts of it, right? Now, I've only been in the Western Ukraine, like Lviv. If you have $2,000 a month, what's up, Drunk Pal Video? If you have $2,000 a month in Ukraine, in Lviv, dude, you are rich. You can get a bomb ass apartment, bro. $300 a month, $325 a month. I'm talking about city center, Roanoke Square. It's always cracking. I think Lviv is probably one of the best cities in Ukraine. At the club there, you go to the Metro Club, you go to Club Fashion. You can get, into the club and for about $2, a little bit cheaper. But the drinks, everything is cheaper in Ukraine, man. And Ukraine, they have a much more warmer acceptance of black people than in Poland. That's the truth, man. Polish people they look down on Ukrainians, first of all right? And most Polish people are going to look down on anybody non-Polish, particularly if you're black. They don't want their daughter. They're more. Polish people are more. I would say more accepting of interracial relationships than other Europeans, because Polish people typically hate everybody, but Ukrainian people, man, they are not really as racist, man. You get a lot of love out there. I get a lot of fucking love in Ukraine. Everything's about half the price. They have a currency called the hryvnia. So last time I was there, you take about $100, you can get about 2,700 hryvnias, and you pretty much partying, man, and eating like crazy, man. The thing I hate about Ukraine, the streets are fucked up. There's a lot of corruption in the country, so the streets are not paved like they are here in Lublin or here in Poland or places like that. So just understand. And as far as getting around here, in Poland, for being a black man here, single black man, if that's who you are, you ain't got to worry about having a car. Literally, most places you can get around, by bus. Now make sure that you have a bus pass because they can give you a ticket. And when you get a ticket out here, you got to pay it on the spot. So you don't go to court and they take you to the ATM and make you pay it right there. The guy will walk to you to the ATM and you pay it on the spot. All right. So what you want to do is, make sure you just, catch a cab, call a cab all the time. If you're lazy, will cost you nowhere between, $2 to $3 to get to most places. To get to the other side of the city, you're talking about $6 or $7. And then if you want to catch a train to Warsaw, you use intercity PKP. You can get to Warsaw first class for about $15, depending on the train, Wi-Fi on the train, beautiful restaurant on the train. It's just lovely, man. High quality of life. Everything's great. So I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. And actually, the whole benefit of this channel was for me to actually get out and vlog. I just got my GoPro yesterday, so I'm excited about that. 2 days ago, excited about that. Got it set up. And so, hey, we're going to be out experiencing Poland, my everyday life. I'm still looking to get an editor for the channel. I'm working on that right now. But that's what we're going to be doing, man. It's going to be every day, the life of O'Shea. I'm blogging on here, doing podcasts. That's why it's called the Vlogcast. All right. So that's just part 1 of being black in Poland. Like I said, it's a lot of beautiful chicks out here who will give you a chance. You got to understand how you can do things, and how you can't do things. Lavelle, I wouldn't say I'm smart as hell, but it's definitely cheaper. So just understand that if you want to go to medical school, anybody, anybody, you can connect them to me. I'll help them get accepted to the program over here, help them show them the ropes and stuff. So just understand that, yeah, Mark, is brutal. Ukraine's brutal. It's even colder than Poland. And also, too, a lot of people, man, on these buses and shit, like buses going from like Ukraine, Poland to Belarus or Poland to Ukraine. I would say, man, watch those buses, man. A lot of people have a lot of fucking germs and shit. And you can catch some real shit over there, man. Fuck your immune system up. So just understand that. I'll do a part 2. I'm gonna come back tomorrow night on here. As you know, I've been doing trying to get this channel really active. Hold on. What do you think about the 6-year program? Yeah, I mean, the 6-year program is pretty good. If you take the MCAT and if you have already a 4-year degree, you can get in the 4-year program. But yeah, 6-year program is good. I mean, if you already have a bachelor's in biology, take some of those prereqs. You probably can do 2nd of 6. But email me at planetoshay@gmail.com. In 2013, hey, that shit was too long, man. And I, actually, that's when my channel started growing, is when I got rid of that theme song because people got tired of listening to that 30-second intro. So thanks to Char Willie. Shout outs to everybody. This channel is really growing, man. I'm proud of it. Thank you to Char Willie. She's excellent. Brother Mark, WW7. Yeah, Junk Pal, I'll put all that information on there probably tomorrow. Shout out to JPV. JPV, I don't know if you know it, but I have a writer named William from Nairobi, Kenya, who owns a blog site in Uganda. He just wrote his first article on the Negro Manosphere, 4 things that all men must know about women in Africa. So check it out on the Negro Manosphere. And yeah, so we're -10 outside. God damn, nigga. That shit's cold as hell. So get at me, man. planetoshay@gmail.com. Thanks everybody for coming on, supporting me at 45 watching tonight. Remember, we're gonna have Alan Roger Curry here next Saturday, Steve the Dean Williams next Sunday. So let me get that post for you guys real quick. So you guys will have that for you. And Obsidian, by the way, shout out to brother Mark Keller, because he told me to stop beefing with everybody, and I did. He said, "Nigga, I unsubscribe from your channel. It's beefing too goddamn much for me." So Mark, shout out to brother Mark. I think he was arguing with my dad on my other profile, the O'Shea Duke Jackson. My dad be tripping, man. So you had to watch him, excuse him. But go check the article. That's the article of the African one. And Obsidian just posted an article today. Let me put that in the chat. All right. So we got Obsidian every brothers, every Sunday. Okay. And we're preparing him to do something bigger on the site. Shout out to Nee Adarabigbe, my site administrator. Does an excellent job on the blog. Yeah, Mark Keller. Cornelius Deshay is actually my dad. Yeah, he looks like him. So I look like him. So that he's a full-fledged Democrat. He likes to argue and battle and all kind of crazy shit. So you got to watch. All right, I'm gonna add you, Mark. So shout out to everybody, man. I really appreciate y'all making the movement go forward. The Negro Manosphere is doing awesome. I really appreciate all of y'all, man. All of y'all. I really, 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 really appreciate all of you. I love all of you, man. You guys make it possible for me to even do this. So this channel is growing little by little, slowly but surely. We'll come back with a part 2. I'll talk about Ukraine probably tomorrow, or all other things. I'll probably be out walking around in Poland tomorrow, man. So get ready for those footages. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.